notes, but they're all kind of. It's like the Illuminati wrote this, so I don't know what the hell I wrote.
That's no problem. All right, how's it going? Oh, Molly's muted. Hey, Molly.
Hi. So
Hey.
it's actually loading, but it's really, really slow. I think I'm on a waiting screen. I think I'm good. Okay.
Okay. I'll wait until you move your token.
Yep.
There we go. All right, cool.
See that?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Dungeons and Drams, where some of your favorite whiskey tubers and Molly come to play Dungeons and Dragons. I wanted to, first off, there's a few things I wanted to celebrate this week, and then there's something that somebody else wants to celebrate, although I do not agree with this celebration. Anyway, so first off, I'm excited to just announce that we hit our first goal on Patreon, which for those of you that don't know was to create a podcast out of this stream. So for anybody who's interested, you can search any of your podcast providers for Dungeons and Drams podcast, and you will find it there. I put a little extra oomph into some of the editing there, go a little over the top with the post-production and stuff. So if it's something that you're interested in just kind of listening, or if you miss an episode, you can catch up to it there. I'm a little bit behind. I'm just finished editing episode 8 today, so I'm a few episodes behind, but I'll catch up pretty quickly, and those will be available usually within a couple of days of the episode. On that same note, just something to consider, because I mentioned Patreon, consider joining our Patreon. We have a few pretty cool tiers. The first one is like kind of a exclusive, channel in Discord, but also there's some extra perks, a little behind the scenes kind of stuff. As you would imagine, there's all kinds of lore dumps and whatever else stuff I'm going to be putting in there. But at the $5 tier, there's maps, and there's, again, more lore dumps that I actually have posted multiple times about. And this week, I believe, will be on the pantheon that I created for this game, and kind of their relation and the creationist myth and all that stuff of this game. So, now that I've ignored my guests long enough, let's just say hi to everybody. So, Alessio Morte, let's start with you, Mr. Eladrin Rogue. How are you tonight?
Hello, Dungeon Master and my loyal compatriots. I am Jason T from the Master Drum. I do play as Alessio Morte, the Rogue Eladrin. I been out for a week, but glad to be back home, actually. Was in Vegas for a little bit. Can't wait to get back into the storyline and see what's next with you guys. Tonight, I'm mixing up a little bit. I don't know. I was just thinking of Snortimer the other day, so I figured I'd break out a Bourbon County Stout. This was one of the special variants they brought out. This was the Bourbon County Stout that was actually finished in the Elijah Craig toasted barrel cask.
Ooh.
And then
Very
later
nice.
on, I'll be dipping into some Armagnac, which I helped blend. This will actually be available on Sealbox at some point soon. It's got 3 different aged Armagnacs in it, one from 1986, 1993, and 2008. So it's got some really high aged some stuff in it. So
That's really cool. I love that you can still get old Armagnac for not like $1 million. I think that's wonderful.
Yeah, right.
I know.
Yeah, right.
Oh, don't worry.
They'll find out eventually.
The audience watching this, I think, actually could probably be trusted. They all know.
Yeah.
Y'all are cool people. Y'all.
So moving along to Agnomeio Banderas, the gnome fighter, played by Ed.
Yes.
How are you tonight, Ed?
And the brother in rapier to my good friend Alessio Morte.
Yes, this guy.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm not sure which way you're pointing.
somewhere. But yes, I am Ed. I play Agnomeio Banderas, and also known as Noro. And I am drinking a little bit of Teeling small batch. I'm chasing it actually with mango peach juice, which is fantastic. Tropicana mango peach juice, like the pre-bottled stuff. Yeah, it's a really good chaser for Teeling small batch.
I find that peach goes really well with almost every whiskey I've tried it with, like peach iced tea mixed with stuff.
Oh, sure. Yeah,
fantastic. Yeah. All right, and the lovely Daphne Sage Blossom, played by Molly. The Wood Elf Paladin, played by Molly. Hello.
Yes. As Bill explained, I play Daffy Sage Blossom, the Wood Elf Paladin. You can find out more about me at huggingthecactus.com. And shall I make my special little shout out now?
I suppose.
So Bill is up there as one of my favorite DMs, but my all-time favorite DM is my boyfriend, and it's his birthday tomorrow. So happy birthday, Anders! It's a credit to him. I know everything about D&D because of him, and he constantly puts up with my questions about it. So cheers!
Cheers, Anders!
Cheers, Anders!
So Anders used to play in that other game that I DM'd for. He played a bard named Hydrar. Like funny stories about him. Maybe I'll tell him sometime. So
plenty of vicious mockery.
Oh my god, it's the worst spell. Like he knocked out so many of my friggin' bad guys. I'm just like, big huge ogre, and now he's on the floor laughing. So yeah. Anyway, all right. So, and last but certainly not least, Knobolas, the half-elf warlock. Hi, Clifton.
Hello. So as Bill said, I am Knobolas. So my name is Clifton. I am from the channel Bourbon Bytes, where I do whiskey reviews with a video game twist. I also have a podcast that comes out on Fridays. But yeah, happy to be here. I'm drinking Deanston Dragon's Milk Stout Cask. So I figured that seems pretty on brand for tonight.
Damn.
Very much so.
Yeah, I haven't had this in a minute, but I mean, yeah, it's 50.5% ABV, but like it has such a like rich mouthfeel from that stout cask. It's one of my favorites.
I didn't know Deanston did a stout finish. That's
yeah,
epic.
I didn't either.
Yeah, I think it was like a year and a half ago.
Okay,
so it might still be available depending on your area.
Yeah, we don't have Deanston where I'm at, so.
Oh, boo.
Just period.
These are great.
There's no Deanston at all.
Nope, not
really.
Not in Bro, Ohio. Not in Bro, Ohio.
I've heard that it's getting harder and harder to find it, which is so surprising because I see Deanston as like not really anything all that special.
I was gonna say like I grabbed 3 bottles. I have the 18 year, and then I have a different. I might go crazy tonight. Cliffy is definitely gonna be in the house.
Oh,
I know
I love
there
it.
There are definitely Deanston heads, people who like love Deanston specifically, who go nuts for that stuff. Yeah,
I'm not necessarily that, but I think it's one of the first Highlands that I really gravitated towards. I don't typically drink Highland Scotch, but Deanston is one of the flavor profiles that like agrees with me, so I think that's why I go for it.
Yeah, I got introduced to it through Roy over at Aquavitae.
That makes sense.
He's a big Deanston fan, and I tried a bunch after he was talking about it, and really liked it.
Nice. All right. Well, I am drinking iced tea with Ardbeg 10 in it. Because I went to an Ardbeg tasting last Friday, and they had many of their more recent releases, although none of the ones I actually wanted to try, which was unfortunate. But
did you try the Ardcore?
I did, and actually I liked it more than what a lot of people. I was expecting it to be terrible based off what everybody was saying. I thought it was like probably my second or third favorite of the night. It wasn't like, it wasn't amazing, but of their more recent releases, which a lot of them have been pretty terrible, I thought they kind of did a little better with this one, but they did have Kelpie there, and I was very excited about that. I had it like 6 times.
No, I haven't heard much bad about Ardcore. I really liked it. I had it on. I reviewed on the podcast a couple weeks ago. I don't think it beats. I think my favorite was Scorch. I had the committee release of that one, which I loved Scorch, but I definitely think it's better than the Fermutation. I had that as well. Yeah. So I'm a big Ardbeg fan. I try every release I can, but that's just it's one of my favorites.
Nothing will ever be Dark Cove unless a miracle happens.
I have tried that.
Supernova was fantastic too, though. but that was
Yes.
I like Supernova better than Dark Cove.
Yeah.
I gotta say.
Really?
I think I did too. I did
Yeah.
too.
I might be in your
Yeah.
camp. I like it's tough because I haven't had either one in a while, so it's hard to remember. But they were both fantastic. All right, well let's cut out talking about whiskey because what is this?
No, stop talking about whiskey and talk about whiskey.
How dare we talk about whiskey?
How dare I? All right, so
Half the channel name is whiskey.
all right, so actually, just real quick, I want to say a quick hello to all of you people who join us live every week. We see you in the chat, and we definitely appreciate you. So thank you for joining. All right. Sorry, I went over that already. Now, without further ado, let's remind everyone what was happening a couple of weeks ago, the last time we actually had a game. So, at long last, Snortimer's birthday party happened behind the Tempest Traders, hosted by none other than Adrienne, Snortimer's pig mom. Candies that made the players grow pig parts, pie-eating contests, and even pig hole were enjoyed amongst everyone. Some of our players were even rewarded with a few different potions and ultimately a bag of holding, which you guys may or may not remember that Ed currently grabbed. But yes, so very, very important in any D&D game to get a bag of holding. All right, but the real star was Knobolas, who grew frustrated by not winning any of the games and decided to eat so many enchanted candies that he actually became a pig. Using this newfound form, Knobolas went and spoke with Snortimer to try to find out if there was any danger at this party, and cleverly tried to find out if Snortimer would mention Alessio's break-in the previous night, which he did not. Later that evening, Alessio had a clandestine meeting beneath the Tempest Traders with Nexori, where he was granted entry into the shadows of Brakath. He now wears a ring to signify his entrance into the Thieves' Guild. Back to everybody. So it is kind of later that night. Basically, you guys spent the day at Snortimer's birthday party, and you fell asleep once more in the Drunken Seal Inn. And when you awake the next morning, you hear the sound of a wagon being pulled through the streets, the sound of guards telling people to get back, and jeering coming from several townsfolk. Let me switch this up.
Jeering. Ooh. Ooh, look at this layout. Ooh.
So, you step outside. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, important question. Am I
Yes.
still a pig?
You are not still a pig. Yes, sorry.
Okay.
So
I was like, oh no.
over the course of the night, your pig form wore out. All right,
Okay.
So I'm actually noticing that I'm missing. So we haven't. Are you guys just like on top of each other? No. All right. Anomio is
No,
for
I
some
see
reason
everyone.
he's not here. All right. Let me grab. him.
Nomio slept in. He didn't.
Oh.
Yeah, Anomio comes running out the door. Hey guys, don't leave me behind. So,
My legs.
I got little legs. I can't keep up.
So you step outside to a slightly rainy morning. The wetness penetrating the cool air has created a bit of fog, which carries the unpleasant smell of low tide on the wind. You see many of the townsfolk that you've become familiar with over the last few days out watching the wagon, which carries no goods but instead one passenger. The carriage is built of heavy wood reinforced with black iron and topped with steel bars. The wagon rumbles along, pulled by massive horses. The door to the mobile prison cell remains locked, and inside you see the slouched form of its occupant, a frost elf, skin and hair covered in dirt from the trip, but you can see under all that dust that his hair is stark white, if not a bit dusty. He sits with his shirt unbuttoned, visibly uncomfortable at the heat down this far south. You watch as the wagon stops at the stairs leading down to the dock, and the guards take him out of his cell. So this here is just mostly for visuals, but let's look at the Aluith map so I can kind of show you what we're looking at. So you guys are here in front of the Drunken Seal Inn, and you just saw the wagon kind of go over here, over towards the water.
Oh, okay.
All right. I wonder if they're getting on our ship.
Well, so you'll
Those are
remember that
actually
the Mighty Maiden is a prisoner ship because it's heading over to Knife's Edge. So
okay.
you have every expectation that wagon is on its way to the ship.
It
Oh,
kind of
this will
sounds
be
like a
fun.
prison wagon, anyways. I mean, it sounds kind of hardcore.
Yeah. Did you guys get a good look at that frost elf? Brrr.
Yeah.
Shiver
Not
me
as handsome as
timbers.
I, but okay.
I need to ask Knobolas or Daffy. Have you guys ever seen or know frost elves?
I can't
I've
say that
probably
many have passed through.
Yeah, I've probably encountered quite a few on my travels, but no, he didn't look familiar to me.
Yeah, the
So-
Comfort Groves aren't known for their snowy environment.
Yeah.
So at Snortiber's birthday party, there were actually 2 snow elves that you managed to talk just a little tiny bit with one of them. He was actually the 6th joust, or the 5th jouster, I guess it would be.
Oh, right.
He was, I believe he fought against you, Knobolas, but I could be wrong.
I think, yeah, he was trying to kill me for some reason. I was like, who the hell is this guy?
Yeah. So I believe you actually made fun of them because their skin was twinkling, and then there was talk of twilight and such. So
It's ringing a bell.
yes.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Definitely
He's the one
ringing
who kicked my ass across the entire thing, right?
No,
Yes.
didn't I kick
No,
your ass?
actually-
Or he did he?
Oh,
So Knobolas, you kicked his ass, if I remember
gotcha.
correctly.
And then Ed kicked my ass. Okay,
You knocked
gotcha.
him into the pig pen.
a
So, but I will say that
good
you
times.
didn't have a whole lot of discussion with them. But what you learned when you were talking, or what you would know just in general, is that the Frost Elves are from the northern part of Dimidium, or specifically Lithuan, which is the let me bring this up here. Lithuan, which is the continent that you guys are on, the smallest continent, but the Bloomsea ice fields are up way far to the north here. And that's where the Frost Elves, they're a nomadic group of elves that kind of make their way across the ice flows.
Okay.
All right.
Wow. Look at that map. Okay.
I know that was wild.
We haven't
Very
seen him
lovely
in a
map.
minute.
All right. So, all right, guys. Well, our whole goal here was to leave on that ship and sail seas. I think they may need our help with. I have a bad feeling about that frost elf.
Yeah. Be on the lookout. You know, he might start singing. He looks like the kind of person who would let it go.
Wow.
Wow. I was
That
like,
is such my type of humor.
where's that going?
I know we were all just waiting for it. We're like, what's he getting at? What's he about to do? how's he about to ruin my day?
Nope, that made mine. Thank you, Ed. Exactly my childish sense of humor.
I'm glad. I try to do something for everybody.
Do you want to build a snowman? So, all right. So, who amongst you has the best perception?
Ooh, not me.
That's a good question.
I have a +2.
I have a +2 as well.
The same.
All right.
Agnomeio, what
So,
you at?
I got a +0. It's definitely not me. Yeah.
all right. So, how about the three of you with +2s? Can you roll perception for me, please?
Sure.
Indeed.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
All right.
That's
So
awesome.
you had
19, 22,
wow, good rolls all around.
18.
So Knobolas got a perfect 20. Geez, a natural 20. Really has been a couple weeks. So anyway, so Knobolas, actually, all of you guys here. I mean, it's not really nobody's really making a secret of this, but the townsfolk are gossiping as they do. Some people asking like, who is this person? Why is he coming through here? What did he do? And from the general gossip around the area, you pick up that his name is Varys Nighthold, Varris, and as I mentioned, he's a frost elf from the Bloomsea ice fields. He's been on a tour of sorts, kind of a victory tour of the Zephyr Council, which is hosted in Riviere, which is that main central city within the middle of Lithuania. And they've been kind of parading him very slowly through all of the towns, on the way down to here to pick up the Mighty Maiden. They found out that, or you find out that he basically made an attempt on the life of one of the Zephyr Council, which you guys haven't heard of for a while. So just to refresh your memory, there's a member of each one of the main groups of elves within the Zephyr Council that kind of rule as a, multi-person, I forget what you'd call it, but multi-person group to help decide what happens with their continent, although the high elves tend to get their way more frequently than not. So you pick up all that.
Okay, so he tried to off somebody.
He tried to off somebody very important.
Okay.
All right.
So that either makes them really bad or really good, because who knows who the guy who was trying to off was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well. Hey, I see my buddy Evandel over there. Hey,
You sure do.
Evandel Chokes on Cock. How you doing?
He walks over. He says, Agnomeio, nice to see you again.
Ah, it's great to see you. I'm always happy to see you, buddy. I mean, I am always happy to see you, my friend.
He says, I'm heading back up north to the Copper Groves later today. Where are you heading?
Oh, here and there, knife's edge, just wherever the wind takes me. But you wouldn't know that because, you're a rock. I don't think rocks move very much in the wind, as far as I know. I could be mistaken.
He does like your joke, actually. He kind of he's trying to make a little show of it. He actually reaches over and he taps you on the top of your hat, and he says, "I've come to appreciate your jokes." And he says, "I hope you I wish you safe travels." That's what he says.
Oh, well, thank you, sir. That is very kind of you. And as I walk by, I jab him in the nuts and go, "No one touches the hat."
Make an attack roll, unarmed attack.
Wow.
Make an attack roll.
You know what? Advantage because you're short.
Okay. Oh, not very good, but let's see. 13.
Well, let's see. So
Glad you didn't.
you go for the sack tap, backhand sack tap, but he is wearing armor, and you hit him in the codpiece. He definitely notices, and then he laughs.
I feel like he'd also wink. Like...
We have fun, don't we? Don't we, Mr. Schmeck and Smock?
Schmack and schmuck. Awesome. All right, so what do you guys want to do?
I want to talk to Nexari real quick just to see if she knows anything about Varus Nightholt.
Sure. So it's Varus Nighthold. So
Nice. Oh, nice hold.
Night, Nighthold.
Nighthold. Wow.
Nighthold.
Okay. That's quite the name. All right.
So let's I would say she'll talk to you fairly freely. She's not going to tell you a whole lot more than what you already know, because frankly she may or may not be keeping things to herself. But she basically, if you guys didn't roll real good on perception, she probably would have told you a lot what you just found out.
All right. So
if you have any specific questions for her, I'd be happy to try to answer. But
Nexari. Actually, let me get into my dark voice. Nexari. Any reason why this Varus Nighthold tried to take out this one particular elf? What was the reasoning? Do you know?
She says let's see. Sorry, I'm looking for something. All right. So she says that the Frost Elves, although they are part of the Zephyr Council, she says I can only speak in assumptions, and I don't really know. But the Zephyr Council does not often respect the votes of the Frost Elves. So it could have something to do with that, or perhaps he just has a axe to grind that I don't know about.
Okay. Thanks for nothing.
Just very forthright about it.
Yeah, she's very forthright.
She brushes it off. Your opinion only means a little to her at the moment.
I know. All right. All right, guys. So, what's next?
This Cardin Dungeon, is that someone that we've interacted with in the past? I don't recall.
Does anybody remember? Okay. He is the owner of the Golden Stables. So he was that first character that you guys ever met.
Oh.
He's shown up a couple of times, but for the most part, he takes care of the stables.
Who's the lady behind Nexari? Who is that?
Rosalie. She was the baker. She actually provided all of the pies for the pie eating contest.
Oh, can we bring her with us?
Priorities.
Do you feel like going on an adventure?
Oh my God! Did you just,
Priorities.
yeah, did you just
I
say
thought you said priorities.
Priorities, that's good.
That's what I said. Pretend I didn't mess that up the first
Yeah,
time.
That's what I heard.
That's a great name for a pie shop.
Oh, that is.
Ooh.
Oh, I like it. Yes. In fact,
Yeah.
that's canon. That's Rosalie's bakery's name. Priorities.
Priorities.
Yep.
Priorities.
Yep.
Sweet.
All right. Is there anything else that you guys would like to do? Anybody else you want to talk to, or what would you like to do?
No, I think
I think it's time to go.
Yeah, we've been waiting to get on this ship. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do have to say goodbye to someone first, but then we're on our way.
Are
Okay.
you saying goodbye to Twerk Brand again?
Of course I am. I gotta let him know why he's leaving. The little dude looks up to me. I can't just leave.
He
What
really.
am I, my dad?
Does he really look up to you though?
I mean, I don't actually know. Is he shorter than me? I'm not actually sure. I'm pretty
He is
small.
only because he's a child. You suspect that
Okay,
the
there we
two of
go.
you will probably be about the same height.
He looks from
Okay.
here to here. Like
Like right here. Right
a
here.
centimeter.
Right here.
All right. So you take a few minutes. You go find. You guys say it's wrong so many times.
Yeah.
You go find Tinbrand, and if there's anything specific you'd like to say, otherwise we could.
No, I just wanted to make sure I said goodbye before I left. I've grown to love that little guy.
Sure. Much different than the last time that you saw him, where he was quite emotional over his inabilities to properly use the wheep. He is much more together this time. Perhaps he's gotten some more rest. Perhaps he's healed, or perhaps he's grown a little bit. But he understands why you're leaving, and he wishes you a safe travel.
All right. You're
Excellent.
gonna be okay, kid.
All right. So you guys are heading to the dock.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's go.
Excellent.
Do we have food and stuff? I'm assuming the ship is already stocked with everything we need to set sail, right?
The ship will be fine. Yep. So
Okay.
you'll have it, but good thing to ask for sure.
Awesome.
Yep.
Could have
Okay.
used some more sausages, but
You certainly
Yes,
could. All right. So let's head over to the dock.
The love boat.
All right. So just hang tight for a sec. So actually, I can pause you and make you hold tight. All right. So you walk to the docks and you stand at the top of the stairs. This is the first time you've gotten a good look at the Mighty Maiden. She's larger than you expected, seeming to have several floors beneath the quarterdeck. And we'll zoom out in a minute so you guys can actually see it. But she's larger than you expected, seeming to have several floors beneath the quarterdeck. You see the blank canvas sails, mizzen, main, and fore, and the long banner flying over the main crow's nest. This is a ship that's seen her share of the ocean. You can tell by the weathered look on the boards comprising the hull, but all in all, it's in amazing shape. No visible signs of damage or even signs of battle decorate her. You can see deckhands coming above and below deck, clearly making ready to depart. All right. So you can feel free to look around a little bit if you guys would like, but kind of let me know what you'd like to do.
so I see these guards surrounding that's the guy that rode by us, the
Correct.
elf,
Yes.
ice elf.
Yeah,
Okay.
the guard. Yeah, it looks like the guards have Varys, kind of next to them.
Mhm.
I see Squall Montague.
Mhm.
And then who's that with Squall?
So you're not
And
sure
why is
yet.
he so good looking? Or is Squall good looking? I mean, they're both good looking, but like.
We'll
So
get to that.
We better
Okay.
hope there's no Capulets around here.
Yeah, seriously.
There very well may be. We shall
All right, well
see.
let's approach here.
Sure.
Yeah, I definitely want to.
Right.
Yeah.
So
So
as you
let's
proceed,
just go down and see if the guards say anything.
sure, and they sure do. So as you proceed down the stairs, you see two guards who turn to you and ask. They say, "What's your business?"
We were just looking to get on the ship. We are trying to get to Knife's Edge, you see. We have booked passage.
Son of a bitch, the friggin' job board again. All right, fine. Hey, Squall, you got a couple more for your ship here. And, kind of raises his hand, gets Squall's attention. Squall is busy talking to the other guards, but he kind of acknowledges, And you see Squall. He is.
He is. I'm just gonna call him
He is.
Zoolander.
He sure is. Yeah. So he's a half elf. He has rough golden skin and black hair and golden eyes. He's a little chubby around the midsection, which is a little surprising because usually you see sailors or not pirates, but you see sailors, and they're usually pretty skinny. That maybe don't eat super well, but he's a little chubby, although he's still seems very strong in his upper body.
So dad bod.
Dad bod, exactly.
Is
Yes.
that a bit of a dad bod. All right.
Yep.
Sick.
So he without even
Knobolas
break.
is no longer concerned.
So
like the vantage point from up top, you could only see from like here to here, and then as you walk down the stairs, you're just like, oh.
Okay,
no.
I'm good. No competition here. We're good.
Yes, the guards were blocking some of his lesser attractive qualities. So, anyway, so without breaking whatever he's talking to these guards about, which you can't really hear, he kind of motions for you to come over, and yeah.
Okay, we can do that.
All right.
So as you approach, you see the other fellow that's standing with him. He is a half orc male. He has brown skin, cropped straight black hair, and brown eyes. He stands about 5'2", so he's a little short. And you notice immediately that he has a scar on his right hand, and he's missing 4 fingers on his left hand. All right. So they kind of keep talking for a moment, and you hear. Excuse me. Oh yeah. As you're talking, you actually notice down on the boat, you hear some noise, and you see Gonathan is kind of coming out of the lower part of the ship. He's coming from onto the quarterdeck, and he's walking off the ship, and he waves over to Squall. Yeah, I know he gets around, huh? And
I was gonna say that dude is everywhere.
So
Small town parish, you got to be everything, right?
Yeah.
So he seemed to be emerging from the captain's quarters, and he looks over at Squall, and he says, "I have given the proper blessing to Uros, and I bless your voyage. Good luck, Captain." And Squall replies back. He says, "Praise be to Uros." I was waiting for that.
Praise be to Uros.
Praise be to Uros.
Amen.
Just real quick, I went back through several of our episodes to try to find what you did so I could do that. so what is it? It's a clap and then like that and then another clap.
It's a clap, and then I usually throw in a little cross in there too.
clap, cross.
Clap.
Is this some TikTok dance?
I feel like if this actually existed, it would be kind of like because it's the storm god. You gotta have lightning, so it'd be kind of like that. Like praise be to.
I don't know. I'm more like a hula dancer, like calm seas hula dancer kind of deal.
Awesome. All right. So anyway, so Gonathan notices you guys immediately, and of course, you guys have hung out a bit. You're buddies. And he says, "Do you intend to board the Mighty Maiden?"
Yes,
well,
but
yes.
we feel a little bit more comfortable now that you have blessed us with Oros. So thank you.
Excellent.
Didn't he also last time we saw him say that our ship was gonna sink, or was that if he didn't bless it?
So
no, I think that was a bad portent. That if you didn't bless the ship,
Yes.
you didn't make nice with Oros. Yeah.
Just want to make sure.
It's actually both. When you guys first arrived in the town, you had heard that Gonathan makes it a habit of, or not a habit. Gonathan claims to speak to Uros and to know when a ship is going to have an ill fate at sea. And I believe you questioned people and found out that he's only been right one time so far, or something like that. So, but anyway, yeah. So good memory for both of you. All right. So anyway, so he says, "Have a safe trip," and he continues to walk back up the stairs.
And there he goes. Somehow I feel like while we're sailing, he's going to be in the middle of the water somewhere because he's Jonathan.
Because he's Jonathan. Yes, now he is
treading water. He's just like, hello.
No, he's just like floating on the water. He's like, good journey.
Yeah.
All right. So You see, Squall's kind of finishing up with the guards here, and he says, "Lieutenant, all of the paperwork seems to be in order. You can consider this prisoner transferred. Thank you for your service." And the lieutenant kind of bows a little bit, and he says, "Good luck, and I wish you a safe trip." And the guards begin to walk away. Squall looks over at his first mate, Charles. That's the other person that's standing with you, and I already kind of described Charles, and he says, "Charles, could you please take Varys below deck and put him in his cell?" And Charles says, "No problem." He walks over, and while he's kind of dealing with Varys, Squall looks at you guys, and he says, "So I hear you want to ride on my ship."
You have heard correctly, my Xanthic-eyed companion. We would very much like to come on your ship. We make for Knife's Edge.
Knife's Edge. Well, that's good, because that's where we're going. What can you do? We need some help on the ship. So do you have any experience sailing?
I can shoot lasers out of my nipples.
Oh, that's a good one. I am well trained in weepery.
I'm strong.
Strong
I
can
lift stuff.
Strong can help. And then he looks at you, Alessio.
All you need to know is that we took out an owl bear only a few days ago. Does that help?
He looks at you, and then he kind of looks around at the group. Is that true?
Oh, yes. We did. Should we expect many owl bears at sea?
I certainly hope not. It would be a first for me. He says, "All right, well, so we have a few different open positions. Maybe we can find something that works for you guys. So we have a job opening for a boatswain, which is a carpenter. You maintain the boat and equipment. You change, you're in charge of the anchors, the cargo handling gear, rigging, boats, just basic, if it moves on the ship, you're in charge of it. Then we have room for a master gunner who is in charge of all of the cannons, the gunpowder, keeping it dry, making sure that the cannons are set and prepped in case we run into any problems. We have a job for a rigger who helps to release the ship sails. You handle the ropes, the nets, and I'll probably send you up to the crow's nest every now and then. And then we have a navigator who I need a little bit of help plotting courses, determining our location, and trying to figure out the weather. And, you'll end up in the crow's nest most of the time. Does any of this sound like something you guys can do?
Yes.
I'm down.
Yeah, well, I am proficient in the smith's arts. So if you need me to maintain any metallurgical things upon the ship, I'm your man. I think you have a boatswain.
I can help.
And I think I'm pretty strong. I think I can be a rigger. I think I could be very helpful in the crow's nest showing off a little bit.
I was going to say, I would assume that Knobolas would enjoy blasting things out of cannons just because he likes to blast things out of cannons.
Knobolas is down for whatever you guys feel that you are proficient in. I'm happy to take whatever's left. How about that?
All right.
I was thinking for Daffy, that crow's nest and rigging, that sounds like something she could handle.
Sounds good. I'm down. I'm down with blasting. I do like a little pew pew action around here.
And Alessio could definitely, having such a keen eye, would love to help you navigate the stormy seas.
All right, fantastic. This sounds good. That was very easy. So we've got new boatswain. He looks and asks all of you your names. Let's just assume you tell them to him, unless anybody's planning on lying.
Nope.
You may call me Noro, the masked avenger of all gnome kind. You may have heard of me. I'm pretty great.
You may call me Megatron. I'm only kidding.
He actually, well, so, I mean, it's up to you. I'm waiting on you.
I am Alessio.
All right. All right. So he says, Noro, may have heard of you are you from up north? Hobblehaven?
Ooh, you have heard of the great and mighty Noro. I like you. You are good people, my friend.
He says, "No, I'm just fucking with you. You're just a gnome. I kind of took a guess." But and then he says, "I like your hat, though." But all right, so we've got
that is the important thing.
Noro, you're my new boatswain. Alessio, you're my navigator. Daffy, you're my rigger, and Master Gunner points at you, Knobolas. Mr. Nipples, all right, you're my Master Gunner. All right.
I like to think that's his legal last name, Knobless Nipples.
No one knows. Might be. You never know.
Nipples. All right. So at this point, you're seeing the dock's not clearing up, but you see a very large creature, man. You're not quite sure, walking across the deck, and he appears to be a half ogre, which very large, about 7 feet tall. And he's carrying, oddly enough, a very large wooden fork, about the size of a war fork. So I mean, this thing's about 4 feet long, and he's wearing a very dirty chef's hat. and Squall points up at the boat, and he says, "I'm not sure if you've ever seen a half ogre before, but that's our cook. His name's Salt, and." We found him one day at Knife's Edge. He just wandered on the ship. He had a big bag of meat, spices, and vegetables, which no idea where he got that. Vegetables don't really grow very well over there. And he just walked on the boat, started cooking, and he's been with us ever since. So
that may be
curious about the meat, where that came from. But
that may be the greatest character you've created yet. That's amazing. His name is Salt. He literally has a big. He's like Salt Bay. He's just freaking going.
He is like Salt Bay. Oh, I wish I had thought of that, but yes, totally did. Yes.
Well, now that's canon.
That's canon.
But so they don't. It doesn't communicate. Like it just cooks.
Not really. He walked over to the edge. I'm glad you asked, actually. So he walked over to the edge to kind of take a look at you guys. He raised his fork up a little bit, and then he slowly lumbered back over. Down to the lower levels of the ship.
Okay.
So didn't speak a word. All right.
Oh man.
So
that war fork is badass.
Also, I do have to ask a question. I see Adriana in the chat. She said about the size of a war fork. Is a war fork a thing? I've never heard of a war fork before.
Sure is.
Well, it is now.
Is it like a pitchfork, but like?
It may as well be. It was a little bit more on purpose than that, I suppose. But yeah, totally is a real thing.
Okay, the more you know.
All right, so
it was very important in the Battle of the Hors d'oeuvres.
Yes, they lost many fine escargot that day. All right, so we're silly tonight. I like it. All right, as you guys are having this conversation with Squall, you hear from behind you on top of the roof. You hear, "Virus, get down!" And you see Virus drop to the ground. Next thing you know, 2 crossbow bolts shoot from on top of the roof behind you, as you see 2 frost elves kind of emerge from the top of the roof here, and these 2 guards over here both drop, immediately killed.
Oh
gosh.
Oh god.
And
Good
I'd like you
times.
all to roll initiative, please.
Is that guy still over there beside us? This gray-haired guy, or was he loaded onto the boat?
So Virus is still there next to Charles. So they were kind of standing there as Squall was talking with you. Left on this map are 2 guards and these 2 new, they're frost elves, there's no doubt about it, that just appeared on top of the roof.
Gotcha.
All right, roll initiative.
Mine is not letting me click
Yeah,
it.
me
Same for
neither.
you guys.
That's not
Is
only
the game
Oh.
paused?
The
it's
game is
paused.
paused, I think. All right, maybe I need to...
Oh.
Let me try something. All right, let me add everybody.
Time to pour more whiskey.
Oops, that's not what
So I was saying in
meant
the chat, my Deanston 18 cork broke, but like it just is like I've never had a cork break this way. It's literally just like a little chunk taken off of it.
Oh,
So I
that's
think,
interesting.
yeah, I guess it's just. I mean, it's an older release, but like, I don't like. I see like a little piece. I might have to filter this out though, because I don't want it to get in there and rot. But a little disappointed.
to. Yeah, that's
At least it's only a little bit.
Yeah, it wasn't the full cork. I definitely need to replace it though, because I don't want to put that one back on there.
Oh,
What the
sure.
heck? This is really weird.
That's why
so-
I've got a big jar of corks.
So I got a Blanton's bag of corks.
Ah, there you go.
Nice. All right, try rolling initiative now. See what happens. It's still not letting you?
I got
Oh,
nothing.
good.
Oh,
Oh, I heard
No.
someone.
I
do
heard
it.
That was
someone.
that was mine.
I heard it.
I don't know why
Oh.
you guys can't roll initiative. That doesn't make any sense.
What
Should
if
we
can we
refresh the
roll
record?
just regular D20s? Let's see if we can't just do that and then just add our stuff.
Yeah, that's very.
Oh,
I just rolled a quick attack. That worked, but I don't
yeah.
know why-
Everything else works.
I don't know
Interesting.
why initiative won't.
I don't
That's
either.
weird.
I have no. I wonder if something broke. It's entirely possible. You know what? I'll roll initiative for everybody because I have it in my little
Okay.
interface here. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Well, that kind of took the roll initiative. And then just, all right. So,
Nothing.
Whoa.
all right. So I will kind of let you guys know where you stand here. So up first is whoops, I just made her invisible. Up first is the lady that's up on top of the. Actually, I guess she just went. So, Knobolas, you are up first.
Oh my god.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I would like.
Yep.
So I would like to target the lady here that just attacked, and I would like to Eldritch Blaster.
All right, so she's gonna have, just so you know, she's gonna have extra AC because she is basically on top of a roof, and you can't really get to her.
Okay. So I got a 21.
Okay, so I think I know what happened here, and I'm sorry. For some reason, it's telling me that these people basically don't exist, which doesn't make a lot of sense because I freaking spent forever on this earlier, and I think that's probably why it didn't do this. But I will fix that immediately. Give me 30 seconds.
Still keeping my 21.
Still counts.
Yep, totally counts. All right, so you actually, as you're, so you shot with a 21.
So yeah, the attack was 21, damage 11.
All right, I see what happened. This is so freaking annoying when stuff doesn't work. All right, 30 seconds.
No worries.
Scenes. For those at home, I'm purposely not playing music only because it does better for the later. I like when I edit it later.
Ed, I saw you pour some Ardbeg. Which one are you? Was it Ardbeg?
Corey Brecken, actually.
Nice. I need to grab another one of those. I haven't had
nice.
it.
That's my favorite of the core range, buddy.
Yeah.
Love
For
it.
sure.
It's very good. This was actually a gift from Eric Waite.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
This is very nice of him. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't had that one in a minute. I always say Ugadal is my favorite, but everyone's like, you got to revisit Corey Bracken because a lot of people say it beats Ugadal for them. So
It's really good. It's just, I think it's probably the most salt forward, sea salty, smoky.
oh,
of the
and I love
range.
that note. So I got to
Yeah,
revisit.
and I think it just depends on. It's two different experiences, in my opinion. Korviekin, like you said, salt, smoke in your face, very spicy, right in the palate, and I think the Ugadal with that sherry finish, it's just a much like easier and like
Dark
fruity
fruit kind
experience.
of thing.
Yeah, a lot more
Yeah.
dark fruit. Yeah.
I'm such
All
a
right.
sucker for both types of peat, like the salty peat and the fruity peat.
Yeah, like the heather, right? So maritime and then vegetal kind of peat.
Mhm.
All right. So anyway, thank you guys for that. So let's go back into this just because it'll cut together fine later. All right. So Knobolas, you rolled a 22, 21 to hit. So even with her extra AC from being on top of the roof, that does in fact hit, and you do 11 damage. All right. So unexpectedly, she kind of jumps up and she takes a shot with a crossbow, and as soon as she pops up, you just kind of have lightning quick reflexes and you zap her right in the chest, and she kind of stumbles back. Actually, on the roof, she loses her footing just a little bit, and I'm gonna move her back actually a little bit. All right, so up next is.
Well, I was gonna say I want to look up. The
sorry,
captain's
go
not with us anymore. I was like, I wanted to show off the fact, like.
Oh,
you
no, the
know,
captain's right
like, you
next
see
to
that?
you.
I told you. Okay, well, so I look over and just kind of look at him after I do my nipple blast. I'm like, I told you.
He looks. He says, I see what you're saying. I didn't quite know what to make of your claim, but you certainly shot out of your nipples there. Nice. All right. Up next is Virus. So Virus, although he's shackled, I'm gonna have him make a strength check against Charles to see if he can kind of pull away. So ability check. So he rolls an 18 versus Charles's 3. So Charles definitely was not expecting it, and Virus uses a little bit of this distraction to pull away, and he's actually kind of going to run down here and kind of hide behind the sacks of flour and crates and stuff. He's just trying to get out of the way. All right, up next is actually the one that you shot. So she's going to kind of... Actually, she should be at the bottom of the initiative. She took that first turn. All right, so Dead Guard is up next. That's fine. All right, up next is Squall. So Squall is going to take his turn.
Come on, Dad Bod.
All right, so Squall, he's going to say to you, he's going to say, I need you guys to grab the barrels, as many as you can, get onto the ship. We'll get Virus. We need to get out of here. And then he's going to take his turn to actually run over to Virus and try to kind of get him under control again. He's going to make a strength check to grab him, like grapple. Can't quite make it. All right, so he kind of gets over to him, but he didn't make it in time. All right, up next is Charles. So Charles is actually he's going to look at you and he says, don't attack, just get on the ship. And he's going to come over here to help Squall out. Making another strength check. 9. So he can't grab him either. Virus is basically fighting for his life. So although they're getting their hands on him, they can't get him. Alessio, you're up.
Alessio says, you guys help Squall and Dadbod with Varus. I'm going to go Misty Step. I'm going to use Misty Step to go behind them, get to the left side of the home, get to the left side of that cottage where the boxes are, and get behind and try to get behind them and sneak.
Okay, so you're going to Misty Step. So Misty Step's only 30 feet, which is okay. You have movement. So where are you trying to go to? You're trying to go to the left or the right?
See the left where the boxes are?
Yep.
That's where I want to get to, so I could use those to get on the roof and get behind them.
Okay. Now, I mean, you could Misty Step onto the roof.
Oh, well, I mean, okay.
If you want to.
But, I mean, I don't want to Misty Step right in front of them. I kind of want to just get behind them because I have that ability.
Sure. Okay. All right, so let's do this. So if you move kind of to the leftish about 30 feet or so, try to get kind of underneath the underhang of the house here. You can roll stealth, and let's see if they kind of pick up on your movements and where you went, and we'll go from there. Because you have a bonus action too. All right, so your stealth is still 10, even with rolling a 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
So their perception is not like fantastic. What's their passive perception? I guess it would probably be like a 10. So actually, they would have seen you. They would have seen you go kind of under there. They know that you're there, but they don't know where you went. But they kind of know that you're trying to do something, so they'll probably be a little bit more on alert. Do you want to do anything else with your turn?
Can I continue to use Misty Step to go farther?
Sure. Yep. Yeah, I mean, I'll let that stealth check is more. I'll have that just kind of be their passive perception of where you went, because you were basically hidden from them. Yep.
Okay.
So if you use your Misty Step, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, you could get right on top of those boxes.
All right. Do I need to roll Misty Step?
Nope.
Okay, perfect. So I'll just get over to...
On top of the boxes?
And over here. Yep.
Perfect. All right. So from your feet up to your head, you're kind of engulfed in this black shadow, and then you're just... Anybody watching would have seen you envelop in shadow and just... You kind of shimmer and disappear. And
yes.
Anybody who's not watching you might not know where you went. All right. Up next is second dead guard. So he's dead. All right. Second dead guard is dead.
This
Second
just
guard's
in,
dead.
General
Okay.
Francisco Franco is still dead.
So, okay. Up next is the second guy who's on top of the house here. Now he is actually going to back up a little bit, and he's going to kind of pick up his friend here, and he's going to say attack, and you're going to see
Oh, God.
boom,
Oh no.
several other
Oh,
people
Jesus.
enter the fray here,
Oh, no.
Oh God.
and all right, up next would have been Daffy. But there's this frost elf. There's several frost elves who just kind of appeared on the field here. Now this one kind of runs up, and she's going to immediately start casting something here that you don't necessarily know. And you see a glowing white snowflake kind of glowing blue rune appear on the ground. And her eyes turn bright white, and she's kind of got her hands out and she's wiggling her fingers a little bit. So that'll be her
It's
turn.
friggin' Elsa.
She's gonna let it go. All right,
Oh, shit. Guys,
Daffy, you're
if there's an ice golem up in here, man.
Daffy, you're up.
All right. Well, I'm no fool. Squall and Charles were both like, grab those barrels and get on the boat, right?
Yep,
That's what their advice was. So
correct.
I'm assuming, what barrels are we talking about? The ones that are closest to the ship?
Correct. They're
Yeah,
basically
I mean-
they were so the intent here is they were loading the ship for their journey. They're retreating as quickly as possible, and they're trying to take however much supplies they can.
Yeah. All right. So if I can try to grab a barrel and make my way onto the ship, that's how I'd like to spend my turn.
Okay. All right. So why don't you move towards the barrels and roll a strength check for me, please.
Sure.
You're pretty strong. Let's see if you can carry one barrel or two.
Yeah. All right. 17?
Excuse me, no problem. You actually, you even throw the rope off the top and kind of lug it over your shoulder. So you're now carrying two barrels and that rope that was over the top. And did you use all of your movement? I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Where was I before? I was right next to Agnomeio. I think I only moved about 10 feet.
Okay.
So,
So you can go ahead and move yourself a little bit more.
oh, so I would make it onto the ship because I can move 35 feet.
Excellent.
So there we go.
All right. So up next is Agnomeio.
All right. I would like to run over here because these two don't seem to be able to contain Varys, and I'd like to run over here and then accidentally throw myself into the back of Squall, hopefully knocking him off of Varys.
Okay. All
I'd
right.
like to make it look like I tripped.
All right. Let's do this. Let's make a performance check, and however good you do on this will determine how you're successful.
Okay, let's do it.
Because that's fun.
14.
All right, no problem. Actually, you that's pretty good. He's definitely distracted. So when you kind of trip and stumble into him, Varys, like he had Varys kind of by the wrists, but you knock into Squall. He's a pretty big guy, so you didn't exactly knock him over, but you definitely knocked his hands away. So Varys is currently not restrained or anything like that. All right.
Okay. While I'm down, I'd like to. While I'm down, falling on the ground with
Sure.
my hat covering my face a little bit, I'm just gonna whisper to Varys, "Run, dipshit."
Okay. Make a stealth check for me.
Knobolas is very confused.
Oh, I don't know why that rolled 2, but
That's okay. Oh, because you have I think you have advantage on it, or maybe disadvantage.
Oh,
Either-
right, because no.
You have disadvantage. That's fine.
Bullshit.
A
Or,
13.
Yeah, or
You don't think that anybody heard you. So, all right. Anything else?
nope. That's it.
All right. Did you use all of your movement?
No, I did not.
All right. If you have half your movement left, you can get up from prone.
Okay, I'm
all
up. I'll
cool.
get up then.
All right. Up next is a thug here. So he's actually going to kind of launch himself over these barrels, and he's gonna run down here to join the fray. And then so is this other guy over here. All right, so they kind of look like twins, but that's racist. So. All right, so Awen here is going to run. You've noticed at this point, just being kind of engaged in combat, that the two frost elves that are on top of the roof are the two that you saw at Snortimer's birthday party. So they've clearly been here waiting. So Awen is going to kind of go over to the edge here, and she is going to take a shot with her longbow at you, Knobolas.
Oh no! Protect those nips.
She's actually going to make two separate attacks at you, Knobolas. Actually,
What?
So the
Two?
first. So she knocks an arrow and she fires, but she's kind of slipping a little bit on the shingles and she misses you. She's going to take another longbow shot. Oh, come on. All right. She's going to take another longbow shot. Stop it. You have arrows. Oh, you're the worst. You're the worst, Foundry. My God. I should have just stuck with friggin' roll 20. All right.
Oh no, you shouldn't have.
No, I know I
no,
shouldn't
no.
have, but
It's
it's
been going well.
yeah, it's still just like so. All right. She's going to make another attack with her friggin' longbow. All right. Oh, I see what's the problem. Okay. Let's do add.
Oh well, missed your turn. My turn.
I know, for real.
She's like, Knobolas is safe. Let's move on.
Arrow. No, arrow. Arrowed.
Arrowed.
Strong bad, if anybody doesn't know. All right.
You're
She's going to
be not on fire like a peasant.
doesn't why
Knobolas,
the all right.
get the war fork. Get
So
the war fork.
she's actually going to call an audible here because apparently she ran out of arrows. Let's just say that, and she's going to jump down. She's going to use the rest of her movement to kind of get as close to you as possible. Let's say that she can get to about.
I was like,
let's say
damn.
she can probably only get to about there. Actually, that's not true. Actually, she is. No, she's about there. All right, so she's gonna come after you with her short sword, but she's not able to this round. Knobolas, you're up.
Well, first of all, like, move, bitch, get out the way. And I'm like, you're a little too close to me. Now how close? Hold on, let me measure. She might be a little close to. Yeah, she's too close to move away. I feel like so.
Mhm.
All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna stand my ground and just Eldritch Blast her.
All right, go for it. All right, 21
All right,
definitely hits.
21,
So
13 damage.
you knock her on her ass, and she is now unconscious.
But
good
not
job.
dead.
She's dead. Whatever. Yeah, same thing.
Okay.
Oh, she's
Yep.
dead. Damn. Okay.
She is dead.
Good job, Knobs.
All right, nice job. Don't forget to give yourself extra HP.
No, that's what I'm doing.
All right, anything else, Knob?
I kind of like. Okay, I'm gonna move a little bit closer to this like Elsa bitch. I'm sorry, I'm being rude. I'm sorry.
She deserves it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go like keep my distance, but I'm gonna be a little more over here, and then I'd like to end my turn.
All right. Okay. So up next would be Varys, but you hear the sounds of a goat bleeding. Not bleeding, but bleating. As you see
Okay, I
a
was
goat,
like,
a goat emerges from the little white rune on the ground, and it kind of wanders over a few feet, and it just stops. It's kind of like munching on some of the moss between the rocks here. And that's a thing that happened. Up next is Virus. So Virus sees you, Agnomeio, on the ground, and he hears what you said, and he stares at you, and he doesn't quite understand what you're doing, but he's not one to question things because he's been stuck in a cell or for a while, and he's just like, I don't know if this is part of the attack, so he's actually going to kind of run over here, and I think he's got one more turn of movement. And for what it's worth, Alessio, he does see you now.
Oh, great.
But that's it. All right. He doesn't have any weapons or anything, so he's kind of booking it. All right. Up next is Squall. Now, Squall looks down at you, Agnomeio. He grabs you by by the hand, and if this is whatever flavor, he kind of helps you get up to your feet. He says, "Get on the ship." And then he goes
So sorry, Capitan. I will immediately.
So he goes chasing after Virus. All right, and then Charles actually, he's kind of taken a what do you call it? He's taken a command from Squall here, and he's actually going to run forward. He's going to grab this little sack of grain, and now he's going to make his way onto the ship too. All right, Alessio, your turn.
All right. I would like to jump onto the roof and get behind Reuven.
Okay. Are you? So you've used your Misty Step. So let's go acrobatics to see if you can kind of get yourself up, or just to see how long it takes you, how much movement you need to expend.
Acrobatics?
Yep.
Boom.
19, no problem. All right, so you kind of jump up, you grab the ledge, you pull yourself up. Very slick movement. I'll say it only took 10 feet of movement.
All right, so I'll move.
So you're kind of like right there.
Perfect.
And I would say he still does not see you because you rolled such a high acrobatics. You were very quiet.
Okay. So what I would like to do is move slightly behind him here.
Okay.
And then attack him with my short bow.
Perfect. All right, go ahead and roll for advantage, and then roll your sneak attack damage. All right, so you got to roll with advantage.
Oh.
Just roll it again.
How to do... Yep. Hold on 1 second. And coming. Okay. Nice.
All right. Well, you did better with your attack. So you rolled 21, but you did 4 damage. Now go ahead and roll your sneak attack damage.
Okay.
I forget where that is on you. Hopefully you remember. While you're doing that, I'm going to pour some Ardbeg.
Yeah.
Although you got me
Ardbeg
thinking,
kinda
I think I kind of want Oogie instead of 10.
Nice.
Yeah, it's been a while since I did sneak. Oh, got it.
All right, cool.
All right.
It's been a while. Ooh, 8 damage. Very nice. So
Woo!
is that 8 and then 5?
That's 8
Not
and
quite.
5.
Yeah, I don't really know what that means. Do me a favor, read through that, figure out what that actually is, and then tell me, and we'll move along. It's not going to kill him either way. So, all right, he's now very much aware of you, and he's actually going to charge right at you. He's got a great axe on his back, and he's going to take a swing at you.
The amount of extra damage increases as you gain levels in this class, as shown in the sneak attack column of the rogue table. So you don't need advantage on the attack roll if another enemy in the target is within 5 feet of it.
All right.
So 8.
So I don't know why it rolled. So I think I'm going to just say it's both of them. So let's say it did 13 damage to him. We'll figure out if that's actually true later, but that sounds right because you did level up and you should probably have more sneak attack damage, but that doesn't seem right. Whatever, doesn't matter. Okay, so he did not hit with his great axe attack, and he's just kind of like he saw Awin go down, and he's a little bit pissed off, and he's actually I'm gonna retcon that just for a second because I'm just unfamiliar with this guy. So he's going to use reckless attack on you because he just saw Awin kind of go down. He's gonna come at you with his great axe, and he's gonna swing.
Up.
So exactly. So he's got advantage. So I'll just roll one more time here.
Okay.
So he rolled a 20 this time and does 14 damage to you.
Damn.
All right. So he takes a big old swing with his great axe and catches you pretty hard. You're bleeding pretty bad from the side here. All right. Up next. Just mark off 14 damage when you get a sec.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
doing that. Yep.
So up next is our spellcaster, who's still standing there, her fingers kind of waving, her eyes glowing white, and you see she's now kind of just vibrating with energy. And something else comes through. A giant yeti makes its way through the rune and immediately chases down, picks up the goat and bites its head off. And now it drops the body to the ground and it's looking around at the rest of you. And that's its
Oh my
turn.
God, the fucking thing.
Nice.
fucking
Daffy,
thing
you're
is-
up.
Ready for a yeti?
Oh my God, it's the friggin' snow monster. It's the Bumble from.
It's the bumble.
Pretty,
Bumble from
pretty
Rudolph.
much. Pretty much. All right, Daffy, you're up.
Oh, okay. So we should just be able to like give him a cavity drill, and he should
Yeah, I
be
was
fine,
gonna say,
right?
if anyone a dentist can share that real quick. No, so all right, I have two things. Not sure what I want to do, but I'm leaning towards. I'm seeing this yeti, and I'm like, guys, come on, get on the ship. Let's stop screwing around here. I think while I'm yelling at them, because the thing I was toying with was I want to run up and grab the helm and like be ready to go. But
Okay.
I'm going to be like, screw it. Nobody else is grabbing barrels, so I'm going to try to grab a couple more and bring them back on the ship.
Perfect. All right, so you dump the couple barrels that you're grabbing just right on the deck. Presumably you're going to run down and grab a couple more. All right, make another strength check.
Sure thing. Oh, 8.
All right, so you're able to grab one barrel this time. Maybe you
Okay.
kind of take a little extra time to get there, or maybe that's just not stacked right, but you only grab one. Although you do make a good show of it. You're putting it on your shoulder instead of just lugging it. So,
I feel like
All right.
the yeti is distracting me, and that's why I'm not able to use my full strength.
Oh, blame the yeti.
awesome.
But
All right,
that's my turn.
excellent, cool. All right, Agnomeio, you're up.
Okay. Well, I will run over here and I will grab some barrels. Actually, when I pick them up, how heavy are they? Just out of curiosity.
Let's say 60 pounds apiece. They're pretty heavy.
60 pounds? Oh, well,
Yeah.
I rolled really, really badly.
Sure did.
I might risky whiskey that because let's just get these barrels going here. I'll
We
pour
need
myself a little more, I
supplies.
think. Yeah. Are they more than 2 feet in diameter?
What's a normal barrel? Just thinking about it. I think probably about that.
Definitely longer than 2 feet.
Well, longer than
Well,
2
I mean,
feet,
in
but wide.
diameter.
Like
You know what?
around.
Let's say they're exactly 2 feet across, or slightly
All
under,
right,
if
I'm
that
throwing
helps.
one in
Whatever
my
you're trying to
bag
do.
holding, then.
Perfect. Okay. All right. So
And then
you
I'm gonna risky that roll.
okay. All right. So you while you are doing that, so you turn your bag of holding upside down and you kind of just put it right over the top of the barrel, and the barrel disappears into your bag. So you rolled a 7, and you're kind of not able to lift another barrel. So.
Damn. Okay.
But
Well, I will take the one I have in my bag of holding then, and I will run on up to the ship and drop it off.
all right.
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
Cool. Anything else?
Nope, that'll be it.
All right. Up next is one of these thugs here. So he's actually going to make a run at you, Knobolas. And he is going to attack you with a mace. And he's going to hit you with a 23, I'm sure, for 4 damage. However, he actually gets to make a second mace attack because he's got multi-attack. But that one does not hit. So he closes the distance to you pretty quickly. Your nipples sparking with energy. He gets a little distracted on his second swing and doesn't quite hit you. All right. Up next is you, Knobolas.
All right, now this guy that just ran towards me, what is he wearing?
What is he wearing? So he's wearing kind of like leather clothes. He actually does not look at all like he's dressed for this weather. You get the feeling maybe he didn't actually travel here, at least not over land. He is dressed much more for colder climates.
Okay, but just leather. Okay,
Just leather.
all right. Well, I would like to still go ahead and do a shocking grasp attack on him
Okay.
since he's so close to me.
Sure.
So let's see what happens. Oof.
Whew, a 25 is great. So
Damn.
25 to hit for 4 damage. So that will definitely hit. And he'll take 4 damage. Now, is there anything with that? I think you probably need to...
Yeah, if he happened to be wearing metal,
okay.
it would have done a lot more. But I still want to get him off me because.
You know what? I'll tell you. He dropped his mace because it kind of shocked in his hand a little bit. So he dropped his mace to the ground. He'll have to pick it up on his next turn.
Okay.
I like that. Why not?
Yeah. And it says they're not able to take any reactionary moves with that
Ooh,
as
very
well. So
good
I assume
move.
that means I can move away, right?
Very good. Yes. See,
Okay,
you
I'm
were
gonna
nervous that
start
you wouldn't be good at D&D, Clifton. That's a brilliant move.
I'm gonna start making my way back towards the ships. Let me just see how far I can go.
All right.
All right there. So, go ahead and get him over there. All right, so I'm going to, I guess, just end my turn here since not much else I can do.
Perfect. All right. So up next is Virus. So Virus is going to actually, let's see if he's got, sorry, unarmed strike. He's going to try to punch Squall here right in the face. Let's see how he does. So he does not make it. So actually, Virus does punch at Squall, and he does hit him. Manages to hit him kind of more in the chest, but he's just weak. He's been being starved for weeks in that cell, and the blow lands, but it really just doesn't do much of anything. And he's going to attempt to run over to his friends here, which gives Squall an attack of opportunity. And Squall is actually he doesn't want to like maim him or anything, so he's going to do another unarmed attack, which does not work. It's like I type 1,000 words a minute and then friggin' nothing can keep up with me. So anyway, he's just gonna roll a d20. Slash roll 1d20.
Because I'm d20.
All right, so yeah, 14 plus whatever. I'm sure that's definitely gonna hit. So he is going to do some amount of damage. Let's say 3 damage to Virus Nighthold. All right, so he does 3 damage. Cool. But Virus does does kind of escape a bit. All right. Up next is Squall, actually. So Squall is going to attempt again to tackle Virus. So I'm going to have him make a... Man. All right. He is going to make a strength check. And he is rolling a... Man, these guys suck. You guys are rolling way better than I am tonight. So Squall...
It's a change of pace.
Yeah, so Squall's knuckles crack a little bit. His hand's a little distracted. I don't know, whatever. He doesn't tackle him. Charles is up on deck. He's going to finish kind of bringing some of his stuff over, and then he's going to kind of follow your lead, Daffy. But he's going to head back down the gangplank to go get some more barrels, but he's going to say... which one of you guys took the rigger? I think it was Daffy. He's going to say, Daffy, go climb those ropes, lower those sails, get everything taut. Let's get going. And you'll have to see if you know how to do that in a couple minutes. So he's gonna run back down, and he's gonna grab a barrel, and he'll be ready to go back up in the next round. Alessio, up to you.
Well, I got to friggin' fight for my life here, obviously. So, I'm going to use my booming blade.
All right. What does that do? All right.
So anyone within 5 feet of me, the melee attack deals an extra 1d8 thunder damage to the target on a hit.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
All right. So you basically you're gonna attack, and if you hit, then you do an extra 1d8 thunder damage. Cool. All right, go for it.
Got it. All right. I'm gonna use my rapier.
Actually.
Oh.
13 hits.
Oh, nice. I was gonna
All right,
say
so
I need risky whiskey.
All right, so go ahead and roll a 1d8. Should be on the bottom.
Yeah, I got it. D8. That's D10. Oh, hold on a second.
All right, so you do 9 damage. All right, so Reuven's getting pierced by your rapier, and it's just making him angrier. As
yes.
Oh, nice, an extra 6 damage. That's great. All right, so he's looking pretty hurt, but maybe he's about halfway. So is there anything else you'd like to do? Keep in mind what you might have for bonus actions.
Yeah, absolutely. As far as a bonus action, I want to. Oh man, where the hell are my bonus actions?
They should be.
think I want to do the. Don't I have like a? Don't I have a kind of like a step back one to kind of get out of his.
What are you trying to
You
disengage?
so yeah, you can disengage or hide as a bonus action. I'll just tell you, or dash as a bonus action. So you can do any of those three. If you disengage, then he can't hit you if you try to move away from him.
Yeah, I'll do the disengage because I'm pretty low on hit points
Health.
right now.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
All right, so you do bonus action, you disengage, and go ahead and move yourself. Is there anything else that you wanted to do? Otherwise, I'll move on.
No, that's it. As long as I got a shot in him there. Yep.
All right. So up next is actually is Reuven. So he's angry with you, but he's going to keep his eyes on the prize here, and he's actually going to use his, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I think he's going to use his his action to dash. So he's going to make his 30, and then he's actually going to use his action to dash. He's going to jump down, and he's going to get right in Squall's face, and he's going to kind of just like flip out a little bit. But that's the end of his turn. All right.
Okay.
But he's now next to Virus, and he's ready to defend him. Up next is our spellcaster here. So she is actually going to. This is an interesting idea here. So she's gonna move a little closer. How long is this? Creatures within 20 feet of the target, but how far can I launch this thing? Sorry, give me a sec. Usually I know these things a lot better, but
I don't want to give you a sec with this. This doesn't sound good.
I know, right? Point you choose within range, but what's the friggin' range? What is the range? 90 feet. Perfect. Awesome.
I guess I can't do it. Damn it.
All right, so she's going to cast Sleep, and she's going to cast Sleep on Squall. So let's see how this goes. Boom.
Oh, dear Lord.
What?
All right, so she rolled very, very well. So she's going to be able to, starting at the creature that has the lowest. All right, so actually, funny thing. So she's not very bright, I don't think. Yeah, because Squall is a lot tougher than he looks. So she tried to put Squall to sleep, but Squall actually has much more than 25 hit points. So he kind of shrugs this whole thing off, which is very unfortunate for her. All right, Daffy, you're up.
All right, I suppose I will get to my rigging responsibilities. So I will run over to the crow's nest.
All right. All right, so you're going to run over. You're going to.
I actually can't see it.
So the crow's nest, it's at the top of the center mast. It doesn't actually exist visibly here.
All right, well, I'll just get.
All right, so tell me your intent. Your plan is to basically unfurl the center mast?
Yeah, I mean, whatever I can do to prep to get the hell out of here.
All right, cool. So I would tell you that.
Of course, we'll wait for you, Alessio.
Well, so just because I haven't taught you guys anything about boating yet, and neither did these people, but I would say that because you're like right there, you'd probably think, oh, maybe I should like take the ropes off of the dock. Or you know what? Let's friggin' RP this thing. So as you go to run for the center mast, Charles says, "Hey, you idiot! Untie us from the dock."
Okay.
All right. So let's go sleight of hand, and we'll depending on how you roll, it'll either do one or two of these.
All right, interesting.
There are 3 total. All right,
7.
so you're able to untie this center one here. So the boat hasn't moved yet, but it is now one less attached to the dock. All right. Anything else? I'll just put it there.
I'm really tempted to call for Salt and be like, "Yo, get that friggin' fork out here. There's a goddamn yeti that looks like it could take you on. I don't know."
Sure.
I'm sure Salt doesn't understand anything that's happening.
No, that's all right.
Maybe
all right.
Yeti
So
steaks are delicious. He might want to cook them.
maybe they are. All right.
Yeah.
So you yell this loudly, and we'll see what happens. All right. Speaking of the Yeti is up next. All right. So
No.
Mr. Yeti here, he what is his movement? Probably 40 feet. Yeah, sure is. All right.
Oh,
So
God.
he is going to
Bumbles
move.
bounce.
Oh man. Well, so he's
No.
he's charging after
Oh.
Knobolas here. But
Knobolas.
on his way, he actually knocks this thug out of the way. Let's make a quick little strength check to see how far he pushes him. That's not what I meant to do. Not a saving throw.
Hopefully into the water.
An ability check. Well, we'll see because he's not under control. He's there.
He's going in.
So, well, no. So that was the Yeti only hit with a 9. So let's see what the thug saving throw is
okay.
here. My guess is it's probably going to be a lot better than a 9. Either way, if it was a crit, it would have been wonderful. Yeah. So no, he's fine. He does end up getting pushed about 10 feet, but he is not in the water. So Knobolas, he makes it right next to you. Just so happens. So he's gonna make a oh boy. All right.
Oh no.
Sorry, Knobolas. So first off, he's going to use his chilling gaze. If the target can see the Yeti, well, let's see what happens here. So you need to make a DC 13 Constitution saving throw.
Oh my God.
If the target can see the Yeti, the target must succeed on the not control. You just go to Constitution and click on CON.
Okay, I always forget.
Saving throw. Yep.
Yes.
Ooh, there we go. Okay.
Ooh,
Okay.
you saved. That's good.
Well done.
The target can repeat. All right, so yeah, actually, you were good. So he kind of looks at you, and his eyes spark a bluish white, but you're just you puff out your chest and you show your nipples, and you're like, I will not succumb to the Yeti. Anyway, so he doesn't like that very much though, and he's gonna make a claw attack against you for 18 to hit.
It does hit.
And then 15 damage.
Holy moly. Okay.
All right,
Oh,
and
Jesus.
now he's gonna make another claw attack against you.
Wait, what?
13 to hit.
It does not hit.
Oh, you got lucky. All right, so he tries to terrify you, and when you don't succumb to his will, he just smacks you a couple times with his claws, doing quite a bit of damage. All right, Agnomeio, you're up next.
Okay. Well, looks like we need to remove these ropes. So I'll run over to this one. And
Sleight of hand.
I'm not going to bother with sleight of hand.
Oh,
I'm just going to chop it.
with a rapier?
I'm going to do my best.
With a rapier?
Yep.
Okay.
When you have a hammer, every obstacle looks like a nail.
All right. I hope you roll really well.
Oh God.
You have hand axes.
I suppose I do, but this is cooler.
That's up whatever you want. All right, go ahead.
All right, let's do it.
I've done my job as the DM of reminding you what's a dumb idea.
13.
All right. I had 15 in mind, so I'm sorry. You tried to stab at the rope, which is pretty thick, with a rapier, and yes, your rapier goes through some of the knots, but it does not sever the rope.
Damn, that would have been cool.
Let me see one thing real quick. So Charles is going to roll a perception.
Damn.
19. So he sees this and he looks at you and he says, "Use something with an edge."
Rapiers
All
have
right.
edges. That's literally how rapiers work. They're edged.
Rapiers are for poking.
No, that's an S stock. An S stock has blunt edges.
Am I
Rapiers
all right? You know what? All right, then I'm gonna
Right.
change. I'm gonna change my mind here. I'm gonna look that up later, but I'm gonna take your word for it because you pulled out a word I don't know. S stock. A 13 will sever the rope. All right.
Yay!
So I was expecting you had to cut this thing somehow by poking it. So
No.
that's why I was like, "What the hell are you doing?"
A rapier is a sharply pointed two-edged blade.
Oh,
See?
very cool.
See?
How did I
my
not know that?
stuff.
Wow, look at me. All right, very good. I take it back. All right, so anyway, you sever the rope. So two of the ropes are severed, and the front of the boat is starting to drift away from the dock. The gangplank you see is starting to kind of slide a little bit.
Oh,
All right,
God.
up next. All right, is there anything else, Agnomeio?
Nope, I'm good.
All right, up next is one of the thugs, the one that got shoved by the Yeti. He is actually going to make his way over towards Squall and Virus, and that's it. Knobolas, you're up.
All right, so Knobolas is pretty almost dead. So what he's going to do is he's going to use his invisibility spell, and he's just going to go invisible.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So he.
Do you have to roll anything for that?
It just says
No.
a creature you touch becomes visible until the spell ends. Anything the target is wearing or
Beautiful.
carrying goes with it. So he is
All
going
right.
to turn invisible. He's also going to use his movement and move 30 feet over to. I think that puts me right at the plank. Yeah, that puts me right at the plank. So I'm gonna make my way over there.
Okay. So you turn invisible and you make your way over to the plank. You do feel it shifting underneath your feet as the boat is now starting to just barely move. Okay. Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right.
Let it in my
Up
turn
next. Up next is Virus, who is feeling much more confident with his current situation. He turns to Reuven, and he holds out his hand, and Reuven hands him a scimitar, and he is going to now make a scimitar attack towards Squall. He does hit with a 24 for 7 damage. So Squall is a little injured, but not too bad. Kind of cuts across his chest a little bit. And that's it for Virus. He's going to stand his ground. All right. Up next is Squall. Squall is currently getting completely surrounded, and he's not liking this very much. But he has a job to do. And he just received this prisoner here, so if he can not have him get away, he's gonna do his best. So he's gonna make one last attempt to kind of grab Virus's hands, who is still shackled. So I'm gonna give him advantage on this. Actually, let's go for a advantaged strength check, or. It would help if I roll. Well,
Nice.
21 will do it anyway, but all right. So he's going to grab Virus by the hands. He's going to tug on him, and he is going to pull him half of his distance here. Towards the boat. But those barrels are definitely in his way, and he is far from safe. All right. Charles, seeing Squall coming closer, is going to come over and help. And he's going to make a strength check. See if he can assist here. 13 will not do it. But he's going to kind of help support Squall here. All right, Alessio, you're up. Boat is starting to drift away.
Yeah, I got to get to that boat. So I move to the edge of the roof. And I'm going to make one last strike on Reuven, jumping off the roof before I head to the boat.
Okay, I like it. What are you attacking with?
I'm just going to use my straight-up dagger from above.
Okay, so you can roll with advantage because he does not see you coming. You're basically jumping down onto his head. And if you hit, you'll be able to roll your surprise attack.
Okay.
All right, so a 12. Roll again for your advantage. In the future, you can hold shift while you click on that, and it'll do advantage. All right, 22 hits. So 22
Nice.
will hit for 5. Go ahead and roll your sneak attack damage.
Okay. Sneak attack.
Woo!
Wow.
Yeah, that's great. I still don't know why it's doing that, but I can't imagine that's correct. But maybe you're rolling that with advantage.
Let me see
doesn't-
here. Sneak attack.
It doesn't matter. I gave you both of
It's
them
literally
last
the rule
time.
we already set.
I'm
Yeah.
just clicking roll. That's it.
Okay. I will check it out for our next game, but for the moment, you're getting 18 damage into that. So that's boom.
Damn.
Wow.
He
All
better
right.
be.
So he's not dead, but you are now basically on top of him. I'll actually put you right next to him.
All right, great.
Okay. Cool. Anything else?
Can I have a bonus move to move closer to the ship, or am I done?
Yeah, you can use your bonus action to dash.
Yeah, I would like to dash closer to the ship.
Okay. So Reuven is going to get a attack of opportunity on you. So you would have known this, so I'll give you one chance to like make that same decision again with that information if you want.
Yeah, I still want to dash. So
Okay. All right. So he's gonna make an attack against you. 22 to hit for 14 damage.
No.
Oh, fudge.
dude, I'm fucking dead.
You're not dead. You're unconscious.
Unconscious.
All right.
Drop
So you
the
are now
anchor.
unconscious. All right. And the stakes are now risen.
Oh my god.
All right. Up next is Reuven, who does not much care about.
How the fuck is this guy not dead yet? Jesus Christ!
This fucking
Hey.
fucker. Fuck.
Keep in mind, the guy told you not to fight. He told you to get on the boat. So, whatever happens is on you. All right, up next is Reuven. So he's going to run down, and he's going to make another attack against Squall with his great axe. Actually, probably at advantage because... Yep, at advantage because he's flanked. Whoops. I don't know how many friggin' times I just rolled. I rolled way too many times, but I'll take the first one. I'm not going to take that crit. So the first one was a 20. Yeah. So
Yeah, that would be wicked.
yeah, so he does 14 damage to him. All right. And Squall is not psyched at the moment, but he's still fine. I mean, he's pretty tough guy. All right, up next is our spellcaster. She's going to move a little bit closer. And she is everybody cares about make sure you give yourself your damage to Alessio. Everybody cares about Virus. They don't care about the rest.
Fucking 0. Okay.
Yeah.
0.
Or whatever it is. Yeah. All right. So she's going to do a firebolt against Squall. So that is a 22 to hit, but she only does 2 damage. All right. -2. All right. Up next is Daffy.
Even though he's unconscious, can I do a leg on hands pull to give some HP back to Alessio?
If you can get to him.
Oh, I have to be right next to him?
Pretty sure it's laying on hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
That is integral to the laying.
We're getting to it's past the witching hour for me, guys. This is where
Yeah,
my
I
brain
know.
goes.
That's all right.
Shoot. Well, can I? But if I dash, that's using up an action. Can I use lay on hands as a bonus action? Like,
Give me just a sec. I noticed that your character actually didn't have like any of their stuff. Oh, never mind. Yes, they do. I just was filtering. So, lay on hands. I don't know if that's a bonus action, but to dash would be your bonus action. So you could probably get to him, but you
Okay.
could not do much of anything.
so I can't dash and do the lay on hands.
Correct. But you could get to him with a dash.
Mm.
And your next turn, you'd be able to. I don't know. I don't know what "don't fight, get on the boat" means to the rest of you guys, but
Alessio just had to do this. So
I just really hate
this is a
Frozen.
test of our listening capabilities.
So as much as Daffy doesn't want to do this, she's gonna dash off the boat. She's a decent person. So that means I can get easily within range of Alessio. Let's see if I can scoot over. There we go. And I'll drop myself right there.
That Reuven guy is a dick.
Yeah, he had a big old axe.
I suppose that's my turn.
All right. Well, my friggin' foundry is totally hanging at the moment.
Good.
Good.
If it crashes, Alessio can't die.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. I'm gonna kill it and then I'm gonna come back into it. So you guys should be okay, but you might have to refresh your pages. Oh, come on, man! It always crashes like at the end of the episode too, when I'm trying to do things quickly to finish off the episode. All right, launch. I didn't want to attack you, Alessio, but you made him.
God, why'd you have to fucking roll so good, Dick?
I know, for real.
I was about to help you, Alessio, until the freaking Yeti like smashed my ass. I'm like, oh crap, I gotta go.
Yeah.
I have that DVD.
Oh, what killed me is that what killed me is that bullshit move. I snuck behind him and I freaking nail him, and then he charges at me with his axe.
I
Like
know.
a dick.
Yeah.
That's
He
what
is
got me.
he's basically a barbarian. Oh, come on, man. Why does it suck?
Well, I'm moving on to my final Dean stint of the night. This is the cream
thank you.
sherry benefit.
Ooh, cream
So this
sherry.
one, honestly, it's probably my favorite that I have. I've tried the 20 that I prefer over this, but that's a lot more expensive. This is 54.2%, and I love it.
Oh, yeah, I'd love to try that one.
I'm just telling you guys, this Armagnac, when it drops, you're gonna fucking flip out. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, if it's anything like the rest of the stuff that you make, holy crap. All right, so speaking of which, so
great.
we are back. We're back. You guys might have to refresh your screens. You may as well actually just do that now while I'm about to do stuff with the Yeti. Just to make sure everything's working. All right, so
I don't want you to do stuff with the Yeti.
yeah, that's perhaps true. All right, so the Yeti is freaking. He's just a wild animal. He was just ported in. He doesn't know what he's doing, and he just ran towards you, Knobolas, because you were kind of the first thing he saw after eating a goat. I don't know why he's barking. Should I?
Just attracted to that big shiny chest of yours.
Well, now he can't see me because I'm invisible. So
All right, so he's actually the Yeti's gonna go after this thug guy right here because he's his next closest target. He doesn't really give a shit who he's attacking. So let's see. He rolls a 19, which does hit for 5 and 6 damage. So he's going to do 11 damage to Mr. Thug here, and he's going to claw him again. Meanwhile, the thug is turning around, looking back at the sorcerer, like, "Help me! Holy shit! What's happening? Why would you do this?" That did another 15 damage to him, which almost kills him in one hit. All right, so he is on death's door here. All right, and the Yeti. That is the end of the Yeti's turn. Up next is Agnomeio.
Ah, yes. Well, I shall not leave my brother in Rapier to die. So I am going to... I don't know what I'm going to do when I get there, but I'm going to dash, because Alessio needs me. So I'll get to the gangplank and then go another 40 feet. Yeah. Right over here. We are gonna get you. We're gonna get you right, Alessio. I'm not leaving you behind.
Thank you, brother and Rapier.
Wait, I know it's not my turn right now, but can we do something crazy and can we just try to like carry his unconscious body onto the boat because
110% you guys could
drifting
do that if
away.
you wanted to.
Yeah.
Let's
Yep.
just drag
Honestly,
it.
let's get the fuck
So
out of here.
Yep.
Yeah.
So an unconscious person that is no longer that is not dead and is not under attack anymore will come back to consciousness within 1d4 hours, which I'll roll later. So 100%, if you can get him on the boat, that's probably a good idea.
Okay, you
Okay.
grab the upper half. I'll grab the feet. Let's get this guy going.
Cool.
Love it. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Between the two of you guys, like I won't give you any sort of disadvantage on your movement, but it'll take you all of your movement to get to the gangplank. So keep that in mind for your next turn.
Okay.
So this thug here, he doesn't much care what his orders are right now. He's got this Yeti bearing down on him, trying to kill him. It's now his turn. He's going to take a swipe back at the Yeti. And apparently he's going to do some damage to him because he rolled a 23.
Ow.
So he whacks the Yeti with
he's
his
the
mace.
first one brave enough to attack the Yeti.
I want to say that was more desperation than bravery. It was, holy shit, he's going to kill me.
There's
All right,
a fine
so-
line between bravery and idiocy.
For real. All right, Knobolas, you're up.
All right. So, well, my plan to just happily board the boat has just been completely foiled. So I think, you know what? I need to, crap. I need to jump back in here. Now, I believe when I use Eldritch Blast, it doesn't hit any of the surrounding people unless I just like fail. Like
Unless you hit a 1. Yep.
Right.
So right
Okay.
now, if you were to aim at either one of the Frost Elves and you got a 1, you'd probably hit the other one. You wouldn't hit, what's his name, Squall. So
Okay.
if that's what you're trying to do, then that would be totally fine.
Okay, I would like to target our nearly hopefully dead guy Reuven.
Mhm.
And I would like to Eldritch Blast him. So I'm going to come
Go
out of
for it.
invisibility because I'd have to do that. So.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right.
Does a
So
16
you
hit?
roll a 16 against. Where's his armor class? It should be on. Everything's like going wicked slow. 13. Yeah. So you definitely hit him,
Okay.
and you just hit his amount of health that he had left. So you knock him dead. Boom.
Okay, great.
Awesome.
So,
All right.
okay,
So,
so
he
now-
is no
so-
more.
so right now there's Elsa, and this guy back here, and then there's that guy that's battling the Yeti. So I'm gonna hold my ground. I'm gonna stay where I'm at. So I guess I'll just end my turn there.
All right. So as you do that, Virus looks down. He says, "Shit, what's his name? Reuven." He says, "Reuven, no!" So apparently that mattered to him. Okay. Up next is Virus, actually. So I guess it makes sense that was what he said. He man, what is he gonna do? You know what? He's let me make a decision here. Let's say roll 1d2. Okay. He is going to drop to his knees, and he's going to put his hands behind his head. He is completely giving up. And this does not sit well with the rest of the Frost Elves, who just risk their lives to help him. But Squall doesn't really take a half a second to think about it. He starts dragging Virus, and he's able to drag him over to this gangplank, and he's actually kind of pushing past you, Knobolas. But they're almost, he's only getting half of his movement because he's dragging him, but he's almost onto the boat. Up next is Charles, who's following quickly behind. He's grabbing a barrel on his way. And just because this is all kind of happening at the same time, he's going to push past him and get the barrel up to the deck. All right. And then Alessio, please make a death saving throw for me.
Oh, God.
You have your friends around you.
Where's the death saving throw?
So it should be at the top somewhere. Let's
I think
see.
it's underneath your portrait or next to it.
Oh yeah, you see the check mark and the X? I think just click on the skull.
Yeah. Oh, death saves. Got it.
Yep. All right. So first death saving throw. You roll a 3.
I'm gonna
So a
risky,
3.
I'm gonna risky whiskey it. I haven't done it tonight.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Sure.
There you go.
Cheers.
All right. So risky whiskey.
Good time to do it.
Oh, actually, sorry. Here we go.
Risky whiskey.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
All right. That's all right. So that's okay. You still
Can I
only,
donate a risky whiskey?
no, but I am going to change your thing over to. So you have 1 death saving throw failed at the moment. Okay. No problem. You still have 2 more to go. All right. The mage is up next. She is actually she sees that Virus is done for basically, and she's gonna kind of get out of here, or at least try to. Up next is Daffy.
I want to get Alessio and Agnomeio back on the boat. So what do I need to do in order to pick up that body?
Well, so I'm gonna give you picking him up and carrying him is gonna be kind of part of your movement / bonus action. So you can still have your action if you want it. Like if you wanted to use lay on hands as your action while you're carrying him, that makes a
Yeah.
lot of sense to me.
I would like to do that.
Okay. How many points are you giving him?
I'll give him 10.
Okay. So Alessio, you can give yourself 10 hit points. And then
God. Thank you.
between that, so the Yeti's gonna go, and then Agnomeio, it'll be your turn. So we'll just wait to move you guys until after the Yeti goes. Well, the Yeti's a little bit preoccupied with this thug here. He's gonna come down on him again with these claws. Let's see what happens. So 13. So yeah, that's gonna kill him. So Mr. Thug totally failed here. He kind of ran in and just died. But the Yeti is still angry, and you guys are the next ones it sees. So he's gonna run over, and
do you
let's
mean?
see. I would say, Agnomeio, you look what?
He already made his move. Get the fuck out.
Do I look like a tasty morsel? Was that?
That's
what
exactly
you were
why
about to
he's going to
say?
attack you.
He's
Yes.
He's a little Hershey's kiss.
I look like a
So
little.
it's-
I look like a little chicken nugget with legs.
You sure do. So he's going to hit. He's going to hit for 17. Does that hit you?
It unfortunately does. Yep.
All right. So he's going to do 16 damage to you.
What the hell?
Guys, get the hell out of there.
All right,
Literally,
Agnomeio, you are.
Daphne is like so pissed.
So Agnomeio, you're up.
You gotta get to the damn boat.
Well, Daffy, get him out of here, or get him out of here. It is time for me to dance with the Yeti.
No, don't dance with
Don't
the Yeti.
sacrifice yourself.
Fuck this Yeti, guys.
Well, so hold on, just because before you do what you're gonna do, so you are currently holding, let's say, his feet or whatever you guys decided. So you're
I'm
both
still
already
him.
holding.
Shit.
You're both already holding him in the air. So if you're gonna drop him,
okay.
like that's gonna change what you're gonna do. I'm sure.
All right.
It's
in
gonna
that
hurt
case,
him.
we just gotta sprint.
Get
Never
the
mind.
hell
I'm not
out
gonna
of
dance
there,
with the Yeti.
guys. Go.
Let's just drag his ass out of here.
All right. So while you guys run past, he's gonna make one claw attack for his opportunity attack at
Oh,
Daffy.
this son of a bitch.
15 does not hit you, I'm sure.
That's right.
So the three of you, I'll move you guys together. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So you guys are currently right next to Virus and Squall and all them. You're right at the gangplank. The ship is starting to move, or it's already been starting to move, so it's continuing to move. And I would say you don't. I wouldn't even think you have a full extra turn before that gangplank's fallen into the water. All right,
Oh boy.
Knobolas, you're up.
All right, so
You're right there.
I'm right there. So how many barrels are left over there, like to grab to load onto the boat?
So you guys, there's 2 more left.
Okay, so I feel like I'm close enough that like I can get over there and do that before the full round of turns go. So I'd like to go try to grab.
Yeah, you're
some
10
barrels.
feet away. So okay.
Okay.
Yep. So go ahead and roll a strength check for me.
Okay.
12. You managed to grab 1 barrel. So you guys have so far you've gotten 5 barrels total, and then presumably you're going to bring it onto the boat.
Yes. Do I still get an action as well, or was that my action?
I'd say picking up the barrel, carrying it, all that stuff. I think that's your action.
Okay. Well then, yeah, I'd like to carry it, and I would like to carry it back onto the boat, so I am fully boarded.
Okay. Well, so far you guys have been able to get 5 out of the 6 barrels. All right. So up next is Virus, who doesn't really have much of a. He doesn't want to fight. He's just kind of going with it. So he's just going to skip his turn. Squall is going to drag Varus again, another 15 feet. And he's going to yell, somebody cut the last damn rope. And then next is up to Charles. So Charles is going to listen, but can't quite make it there. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to dash 1, 2, 3, 4. He can get all the way to the rope, but he can't do anything about it yet. Oh, well.
Ah!
So, but the front of the ship is drifting away. Now, up next is Alessio, who's still on shore, or still on the dock here. You are conscious, and I'll say that it'd be you're still being held aloft, but if you want to kind of go down to your feet, that's fine.
Yeah. Thank you to Daffy for helping me gain consciousness. I appreciate you, Daffy. That's
I don't appreciate you right now for getting us into this situation. It's fine.
Das Boot forever.
Hey, you two lovebirds, get on the boat! Stop chatting!
Yeah. Fuck it. Let's get on the boat and get the hell out of here. I am.
I was like,
on
can you
the
grab a
boat.
barrel on your way up?
Oh yeah, I'll grab a barrel on the
All right,
way
make
to
a strength
the boat.
check.
I like
Make
you
a
went
strength
from
check.
dying to grabbing a barrel.
Yeah,
Just like, on my way, whatever.
on my way. I'll just grab a barrel. What do I do to grab a barrel there, Dungeon Master?
Strength check.
Strength check.
Yep. Click STR, and then you should be able to do an ability check. There you go. So you are not able to pick up the barrel on your first attempt, and if you try again, you're gonna not be able to get all your
No,
movements,
get on the
back on the boat.
Just get
It's
on the
completely
boat.
your call.
I'm getting on the boat. I'm getting on
All
the
right.
boat.
Get in the boat.
So you get on the boat. All right. Up next is our spellcaster. She's still running, so she's gone. She's completely she ran away. Daffy, you're up.
I'm getting on the friggin' boat. So that's 20 feet. If I move down here, I'm just wondering if I can dash on over and.
You won't be
help
able to make it.
No way. All right, I'm just on the boat and I'm happy to be here.
All right. So the Yeti's turn. He's up next. He's looking around. There's just dead people all over the place. And he's still looking at you, Agnomeio. I hate to say it.
Yeah,
5.
that's fair.
He's going to go right up
I'm a
to you, and
goddamn
he's
snack.
he is going to make a claw attack against you. Let's see. That does not hit. A 9 does not hit. Next, another claw attack. 13.
Oh, no, sir.
All right. Last, he's going to do a chilling gaze at you. So you need to roll a 13 or better Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
This will be interesting if you fail. Oh,
I got a 13.
you got a 13. Oh, good, nice. Oh, you're lucky because that would have paralyzed you right where you stand. Okay,
Killing Gaze, ironically, was my queer techno-punk band in college.
Oh, love it. All right. All right. Up next, Agnomeio.
Well, I will disengage from my large Yeti friend
Fantastic.
and kick the gangplank as I jump backwards and give him a small salute.
All right, no problem. You don't even have to roll for it. So you kick the gangplank. It kind of slides off the ship onto the dock and then tips over, teeters, right in the water. Splash. And the Yeti is left on the dock, and he doesn't even seem to care. He's looking around for his next snack, and he does spot one in one of the frost elves here. All right.
Man,
so you guys are now on
Elwith Harbor are going to be really mad that we left a Yeti on their dock.
it's not nothing. I mean, so
right. Brandon.
So you
better
do
be real afraid now.
So Knobolas, you are up, and that one last rope still needs to be cut.
But I mean, Charles is going to have a chance to do that before the Yeti gets to go
He
again.
has
So
nothing to cut it with, right?
Charles has the dagger or something on him. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So Knobolas is actually going to use his mage hand to grab the last barrel and bring it on board.
Weighs more than 10 pounds.
Oh no.
Oh.
Okay. Shoot. Okay, hold on. No, that's not gonna help anybody. Frick. I don't even know what Knobolas can do at this point. I don't want to do it just like I can't. There's no point in me doing a like a minor illusion because like the Yeti's just gonna eat it and then like move on to Twerk Brand. So I don't like want to do that. So you know what? I'm just gonna run over just in case Charles fails at whatever he's doing. I'm just gonna I'm gonna go be over there just in case he fails. So I'm gonna move over towards him.
All right. So we're gonna skip ahead a couple turns because Squall and Virus and now Charles is there. Charles takes out his knife. He slashes through the rope, and the boat starts to drift away from the dock. You see the site of the Yeti and the one remaining frost elf that's left that hadn't fled yet, fading kind of away in the distance, and you guys are safe. All right, that ends our combat and our episode for the night. But some good news: you guys all leveled up. Congratulations, you're all level 4.
Damn straight, we leveled
All right.
up.
So when we return next week, we will be on the seas, and we will be sailing on the Mighty Maiden across the ocean from Lithuania to Akari, as we join our group here on their way to Knife's Edge. So before I sign off for the night, just because it happened while we were here, Tony Two Toes pledged to our Patreon on the $5 tier. So thank you very much, Tony.
Awesome. Thank you, Tony.
I hope you enjoy the extra content. All right, awesome. Thank you, everybody, for hanging here. I know it was a little bit later than we wanted, but this was a heck of a fight, and I hope you have a great rest of your night. Cheers.
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 Cheers.